Something feels off about the Joe Budden Podcast. And nah, this ain't about numbers. The views are up, the money's up, and on paper, the chemistry even looks cleaner. But somehow, I can't even finish a full episode anymore. And listen, I know I'm not the only one, because everywhere I go, comments, clips, conversations, people keep echoing the same thing. It lost its spark. So now the real question becomes, what actually changed here? Did the podcast evolve, or did we just start seeing it differently? Because if you just look at the metrics, YouTube, Patreon, the business side, it all screams success. And I'll be real, over the last 3 to 4 months, a lot of those episodes have actually been solid. The vibe is there, the chemistry is there, and even the rotating co-host dynamic seems to be working. But hold up, something still doesn't click. For whatever reason, I can't bring myself to sit through a full episode anymore. But listen, I'm seeing way too many people say the same thing for it just to be that. Across platforms, under clips, in discussions, same energy. It doesn't hit as it used to. It feels like a show now, not a conversation. And that's the shift. It's starting to feel more like a scripted drama than just friends kicking it and reacting to the culture. Yeah, they still cover current events, but now that they're bigger, every single word feels heavier. People aren't just listening anymore, they're analyzing. They're dissecting every take like it's a headline. And I don't even know if that's a good thing. Because when every opinion becomes a moment, it changes how you speak. Now listen to this part. This is where it gets real. A lot of that raw edge is missing because Joe doesn't really get into that rant bag the same way anymore. And when he does, it feels calculated, like there's a purpose behind it instead of it being organic. Likewise, even recently, it feels like he's going at J. Cole just to go at him, in the same way he used to go at Drake, right? But back then, those rants felt connected. They built up over time. They made sense, especially with the Kendrick Lamar situation brewing in the background. It felt like Joe was calling something out before it happened. That's why it hit different. But now, with the Cole situation, it just feels like, why? Is it because he's the biggest name right now? Is it just content at this point? Because it's starting to remind people of how he used to go at Logic. And notice, that energy doesn't land the same anymore. So now we're left with this question. Is the podcast different, or are we just looking at Joe differently now? Or maybe, listen to this, it's the fact that Joe Budden is operating from a completely different level now. Way more money, way more eyes, and maybe that comes with not speaking as freely as he used to, whether that's real or just how we perceive it. But hold up, that's only one piece of the puzzle. Because if you go back to the tension between Rory and Joe and then the fallout with Mal, we all saw that buildup in real time. We watched how it slowly started bleeding into the content, and eventually it led to that full-on collapse. Now here's where it gets interesting. Joe saw what that moment did for engagement back in 2021, and it feels like now he's constantly trying to recreate that energy.
Like, think about this for a second. Why do the co-hosts seem to have so much smoke for B. I'm not talking playful jabs, I mean real tension. The kind that feels deeper than just pod banter. Because every time a new voice enters that room, the dynamic shifts. It didn't feel that way at first with Flip and Melissa, right? But once Mark came in and really shook things up, everything changed. Now every new addition feels like it directly impacts how everybody else is treated. So now it starts to look orchestrated. Like Joe is low-key setting up these moments. Because let's be real, B. didn't just walk in and take Ish's seat like that without something behind it. Come on now. And then you hear Joe himself say it. He's been saying it for years. If something wild happens on the pod, I'm gonna let it play out, push it, and clip it up. He told y'all straight up. But somehow, people still fall right into it. And when you compare the Rory and Mal era to this current version, one thing is clear. That tension used to build naturally over time. It came from real business pressure. The Spotify deal, losing it, not knowing what was next, that stress was real. But now, it feels like you can't even join the show without people instantly having an issue with you. And that raises the real question. How did we get here? Is this just the cost of growth? Or is this intentional? Because at the end of the day, if the views are there, If people are hate watching, if the drama is selling, then why would anything change? If the soap opera model works better than just friends having real conversations, then that's exactly what we're going to keep getting. And yeah, that part kind of sucks, especially if you're like me and still covering it regardless. Whether it's good or bad, you're still feeding into the machine, and then it starts to look like you're just hating all the time. But in reality, a small part of you is still hoping the pod goes back to what it used to feel like. And now I'm even questioning that. Like, was that version even sustainable? Or is this exactly what it was always supposed to turn into? Because let's not forget, they've said it themselves. They weren't getting paid when they were podding the way fans claim to love the most. The money came later. The structure came later. So maybe there's a bigger life lesson in all this. Sometimes doing what you love doesn't get you what you need. And when you finally do what you need, it might not feel the way you wanted it to. And low-key, it feels like Joe is stuck right in that space right now. Even with all the numbers going up, something still feels off. But hey, I could be tripping. I might be bugging for real. That's why I need y'all. Let me know what you think. Because conversations like this is exactly why this platform matters.
And then it happens. The opinions, the comments, the critiques, they start creeping in. Next thing you know, you're adjusting your content based on what they want instead of what you feel. That's exactly why I take breaks sometimes. Not because I don't love this, but because I need to reset. Because trust me, I love talking to y'all. I love giving my real thoughts, unfiltered. But when your perspective doesn't line up with what people expect you to say, and you start thinking the traction is coming from them instead of you, that's when the doubt kicks in. That's when you start second-guessing everything. So when I step back, it's not random. It's me telling myself, relax, breathe, get back centered. Just speak how you feel. Whether they agree or not, whether the people you're talking about like it or not. If it's real, the audience will feel it. So nah, I'm not about to keep dropping videos just to chase what's hot in the Joe Budden Podcast space. We're letting things breathe again. And I'm going back to how I started. Raw, honest, no filter. That's how you get the real vibe back. And I appreciate everybody who's been rocking with me through it all. For real. We're back, locked in. I'm in that zone again. If you haven't already, go tap in with Patreon. And shout out to everybody showing love on YouTube too. We gonna keep building this the right way. And yeah, my bad for the late uploads. Real life has been hitting. We just lost my mom's cat, and that situation was heavy. Dealing with the vet, the hospital, everything. It's been a lot these past couple of days. And it really made me realize something. You don't understand how deep someone's attachment is until it's gone. Like, we were just talking as a family earlier. We're all grown, 30s, 40s. My youngest sister is just 21. But outside of us, what's been in my mom's life the longest? That cat. 17 years. She got that cat when she moved into that house. And now it's gone. So it's not just a pet. It's memories. It's time. It's a whole chapter. And seeing her grieve like that? Yeah, that is different. So rest in peace, Marshmallow. For real. Now listen, at this point, I don't even know. Am I right about all this, or am I just burnt out? Maybe the pod didn't fall off. Maybe it just grew into something I don't connect with anymore. Or maybe it really did lose that spark, that original feeling. But one thing I do know, I'm done forcing takes just because something is trending. From here on out, real thoughts only. No filters, no chasing moments. If you've been feeling the same way, or if you think I'm completely off, let me know. Because this conversation is bigger than just one podcast.